There are game-changing moments in AI at the moment. Last month changed everything yet again. And now we're going to be talking about the pace of the AI change that is going on at this moment in time. And in January, we had a tectonic shift with DeepSeek launching and Quen coming in and fundamentally looking at how LLMs are operating. We had a lot of issues around energy, around reinforcement learning, and we learned a lot then. The second new wave is now in May, and Sam Altman from OpenAI, which I think really should be closed AI, he's bouncing back and he is attacking and he's coming and bringing about a lot of game-changing technologies through OpenAI. Let's have a quick look at that. The first game changer in AI that I'd like to talk about is Stargate, United Arab Emirates, with the G42, one of the companies of Mubadala in Abu Dhabi. And this is historic. It's a 1 gigabyte AI compute cluster in Abu Dhabi. It's part of a $200 billion US AI campus cluster that we have. And this then makes the UAE the first global partner in OpenAI's infrastructure roadmap. This is very significant because for the first time outside the United States, the data will be in our own environment. And I think that is the critical shift that has happened, because otherwise a lot of the governments in this region were investing in data centers and so on overseas. But what about the data and the data ownership coming back to us? And this is a fundamental shift as far as Abu Dhabi is concerned, as far as UAE and AI is concerned. One of the key things they will do is to provide us nationwide access with ChatGPT Plus. So that's another privilege of living in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the region is taking global leadership in AI, and that is what this particular initiative tells us. The second thing that OpenAI is looking at is Codex. Codex is evolving also. And this is taking coding assistant to agentic developer status, to write, to refactor, to deploy, only from a prompt. And this again is fundamentally game-changing things, because coding is no longer just a gate to do things. It's actually a new gateway, a simple prompt, and off we go. And this will be the beginning of the end for coding as we know it. And by the end of this decade, I think a vast portion of it is going to be done by agentic AI and by companies like Codex, and they have taken the early lead. The third big initiative that OpenAI has come up with is a very interesting collaboration with Johnny Ive. We know him as very famously known as the creator of the iPhone. And as we know, iPhone in 2009, 10, 11 fundamentally changed the game. They changed the world as we know it. And it was the last big computing mobile event that had happened during the century, which has affected us on a day-to-day basis. This is a $6.5 billion investment, and it's about how design looks like in the future, how AI will fit into our design philosophy and our product philosophy and the physical elements. And people like Johnny Ive, who have a completely creative design thinking concept, and he will bring in and potentially redefine how we look at all of these items. Ladies and gentlemen, this might just be the next iPhone moment, and that is happening now. And one of the big things I think, that's my guess, that will happen is smart glasses. But the way our smart glasses will look cool and will be an integral part of our design and our philosophy of day-to-day living. Look out for this. I think this is something very interesting and groundbreaking. So in all of this, Google doesn't want to get left behind. They said Google Search wants to go Gemini. What it actually means as AI mode within Google, as it is in the search today, isn't just a feature anymore. It's Google redefining search from scratch. Multimodal reasoning, deep search, Project Mariner, it's a full stack rethink. And this is what happens in the world of AI, where these fundamental shifts are happening and the big changes are taking place. And Google will get left behind. They'll be out of the game, even somebody as large as Google. So they didn't just iterate on the edge. They did a complete rethink. So therefore, this is their reinvention of Google Search and their core product as we know it, and a huge leap forward. The other is VO3, and this we work in the design and the video space all the time, and I'm still trying to get my brain around this particular thing, is basically with a simple prompt, you can effectively design anything and say, two people talking to each other, or a dinosaur and a car and a tree, and it creates something in beautiful AI, video, high quality studio level, text to video with cinematic fidelity, image generation that rivals studio output. This isn't just contentment creation only and just basic day-to-day stuff. This is fundamentally changing the game. And us content creators will need to find a way to work with this. And we need to know what is authentic and what is not, what is AI produced and what is genuine. So these are some of the ethical challenges that we'll have in the future. But the bottom line is there's these ideas and imagination. They are as far as a prompt. They are ideas and imagination and creation of content on demand. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a game changer.